we not gonna do no bashing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But Deion Sanders, you know, we all love him. You know what I mean? We all love Deion. I'm a fan of Deion. Deion used to be my favorite player. You know, even as a kid, I would see Deion. You know, I'm 28, so even as a kid, I would remember Deion. My pops would always show me Deion as prime time. You know what I'm saying? Hit the high step on him. You know what I mean? Shout out to Deion Sanders. You know, and what he did with Jackson State is truly amazing. And I just want to shout him out for that because, you know, bringing light to black colleges, donating half of your salary to make sure that they got new uniforms, make sure that the flights is cool, make sure that they helmets is cool. And everything he did for that program is truly legendary. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, this is a prime, right? Because he's Coach Prime. So this is a prime example of how the rich will always stay rich, right? This is a prime example of there is never too much money. You can never have too much money, right? Because Deion Sanders is filthy rich. He's got all the money in the world, right? His salary with Jackson State, it was reported at about $300,000. He took $150 to help the schools. That was a great thing. That was a great thing from Deion Sanders. But the money comes in. It's reported that Colorado State has gave Deion Sanders about $5 million, right? $5 million. I mean, who wouldn't take that, right? Who wouldn't take $5 million? He took $5 million to turn the program around. I think he's bringing his son to play quarterback for Colorado State. So, you know, that's going to cause a little issue because I'm sure they already got a quarterback, and I don't know necessarily how he feels. Maybe you might have to compete for the job. Maybe Deion's going to come in, bring his son in, and automatically start him because his son did a hell of a job. They're 12-0 right now, Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? So it's very touchy situation. I'm sure a lot of the kids at Jackson State, I'm sure a lot of the students, a lot of the athletes, they were sad. It's a sad moment for the school. And you look at Deion's video, I mean, he said it, hey, it is what it is. What he say, you either get elevated or you get terminated, right? I believe Deion Sanders is trying to coach the NFL. And I believe he's going through the stages to get to the NFL, all right? He turned one of the programs around. He turned Jackson State around. If he could turn Colorado State, they were one of the worst teams in the Pac-12. So if he could turn Colorado State into a big dog powerhouse like he did with Jackson State, I believe he has NFL coaching dreams. I believe that Deion Sanders would love to coach in the NFL. So I think that's what he's doing. Is it kind of a sellout move? I mean, that depends on how you look at things. Now, if he wants to stay at Colorado State forever, if he wants to stay over there forever, I mean, you know, not forever, but for the rest of his coaching years, I mean, some may say that he sold out. He sold the black colleges out. You know, I know they say he set the bar and any coach is going to come in, they have to do that. But, you know, a lot of these coaches get you to buy into the program. A lot of these coaches get you to buy into what they got going on, and they turn around and they leave. I know a lot of the kids want to transfer to Colorado with them, but he wants them to just kind of stay there and continue to black college, continue to HBCUs, continue to shine light over there. He definitely put a big microscope on Jackson State University and all the HBCUs. So congratulations to Deion Sanders for that one. You know, if he has NFL coaching dreams, then I can't say that he's sold out. I can say that this is his process. This is what you got to go through. This is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. You know, I doubt they bring somebody. I mean, and I don't know the stat. Maybe I should look this up. I don't know any coach that has coached the HBCU that is now coaching the NFL. I don't think that's how it goes. You got to go through the channels. You got to go through the steps. And I believe that's, in my personal opinion, I believe that's what Deion Sanders is doing. Is it messed up for the kids that's in the system? He was there 3 years. They 12-0 now. I believe he's going to coach the Celebration Bowl game on the 17th of December. So that game is going to be really emotional. It's going to be an emotional game. If you could find out how to watch that game, that's definitely a game to tune into. December 17th, the Celebration Bowl. I don't know who Jackson State is playing, but this will be Deion's last game. And, I hope they win. I hope they win because that team deserves it. That school deserves it. Those kids deserve it. Them athletes deserve it. Deion is doing other things. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't think there's a need to bash him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we should bash Deion Sanders. This is just an example of how the rich stay rich. There's never enough money for nobody. You know what I'm saying? When you have never heard a millionaire, a billionaire say that I've made enough money. That's it. You've never heard that, man. You've never heard that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Shout out to Deion Sanders. Salute to everything he did for the HBCUs. We still love you. We still support you. Did he turn his back? That depends on how you view the situation. I don't personally think he turned his back because I don't personally think he'll stay at Colorado for however long. I don't think he'll be at Colorado for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll be in Colorado. I think if he could turn that program around, just like how he did with Jackson State in about 3 to 5 years, he will be making his way to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Coaching, I could see him coaching the Falcons. I could see him coaching with Jerry Jones. I don't know if I could see him coaching with Jerry Jones, actually. No, I don't think I can see. I don't think I see the Cowboys in the future, but I definitely can see Atlanta. I definitely can see him coaching Atlanta. Shoot, I wish he coached the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Get Josh McDaniels up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Turn the Las Vegas Raiders back into their prime years that we deserve. You know what I mean? We definitely deserve to go back to championships. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know if y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's Raider Nation in this thing. Raider Nation. So I wish he'd come coach the Las Vegas Raiders. But I don't think he'll do that. At least not right now. We'll see how it goes, man. Deion Sanders, I don't believe he sold out. I believe that he's just moving. He's moving on to different things. And that's what we all need to do. We all need to take a page from Deion Sanders at some point in this elevation. You either get elevated or terminated. If you had a job that you've been stuck at and you've been there for years, and there's better opportunities, then go ahead and go do them better opportunities. You know what I'm saying? These companies are not loyal to us, so why should we be loyal to them? I know that was a situation. He probably could have got whatever he wanted at that college. Anything Deion wanted, he probably could have got the way he turned that program around. But that's just how the ball goes. That's just how the tables turn. You definitely just have to stay true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? I think Deion isn't forgot his black heritage. No, I don't think he forgot his black heritage. I think that he's moving on, trying to get an NFL coaching position, and he has to do what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why he would choose a team like Colorado, one of the worst teams in the Pac-12, so that he could build them up. Because if you build two college teams up, HBCU and NCAA, oh yeah. Like I said, the Las Vegas Raiders need a coach right now. We just gave Josh McDaniels all that money, but we need another coach right now. I don't think the players like Josh McDaniels. So I would love to see Deion coaching Atlanta. I would love to see Deion coaching the Las Vegas Raiders. So we'll see what's going on with Deion in the future. We're gonna keep updated. I don't want anybody to just to just not support Deion because of that. You know what I'm saying? I still support Deion Sanders. I support whatever decision he wants to do. He did his job. He did an excellent job at Jackson State. So he's just moving on. It's a sad day for Jackson State. Hopefully they could bring in a coach. You'll never have a coach like Coach Prime at Jackson State. I don't think that'll ever happen. But what a coach could do is continue the success that they have. They could continue doing what they need to do to build the team up and continue their success, because right now the spotlight is definitely on Jackson State and all the other HBCUs. So much love to all the HBCUs, and I just hope y'all continue doing what y'all doing. I know it's going to be an emotional game on the 17th. We'll see what it is. But until next time, man, shout out to Deion Sanders. Thank you for what he did for the HBCUs. Hopefully we'll get more recruits go to the HBCUs. I know they were saying that a lot of the HBCU players recruitments were because of Deion, and while that may be true, hopefully they can still see the benefits of the HBCUs and try to do whatever they need to do to kind of get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Deion, shout out Jackson State University. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope when he comes to the NFL, he comes to the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Let's rebuild the Raiders. Let's rebuild the silver and black. Mark Davis don't know nothing about no football. You know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing about football. We need to get him up out of there too. You know what I'm saying? You're not your dad. You're not Al Davis. Al Davis was definitely the Las Vegas Raiders. Oakland Raiders was definitely about pride. The Las Vegas Raiders, the Raiders in general, was about pride. Raiders were the first team to bring blacks and women and minorities into the coaching thing, into the system. So Al Davis didn't see color. He saw football, and if that's what you was good at, then that's what he wanted you for. And unfortunately, Mark Davis has not been able to live up to Al Davis's to what Al Davis built. But if we had Coach Prime, then I feel like we would go back to our old ways. As a matter of fact, we go back to even new ways. I could see Deion Sanders rocking that silver and black. I can see Deion being a great fit for the Las Vegas Raiders, man. So shout out to everybody, and we'll take his son too as quarterback. We'll take his son as the quarterback too. So because by that time, Derek Carr, you know, I love you, Derek Carr, but you know, if Coach Prime want to bring his son to the Las Vegas Raiders, then by all means, let's do it. Let's do it. You know, Al Davis, I always said Al Davis' last gift to us was, you know, because he was always for black people. You know what I'm saying? Al Davis was not a racist like Jerry Jones or any of these guys. Al Davis was always his own person. Al Davis did his thing. You know what I'm saying? His last draft pick was Terrell Pryor, the quarterback. I know he didn't really work out in the NFL. I also feel like the Raiders did not give him the opportunity that he deserved to do it. They stayed with Matt McGloin until Derek Carr came in, and I feel like Pryor could have just he could have been a nice backup to Derek Carr or something like that. I'm sure, you know, they changed his position and everything they did to him, not the Raiders, but when he left, they did the same thing they try to do to all the black quarterbacks. Oh, maybe you should play wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing to Lamar Jackson. They've been doing that to him for years. Talk about he should be a running back. No, he's a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, man. The rich gonna always stay rich. And what we can learn from this situation is always elevate yourself. Always look for the higher position. Always look to, don't settle for something just because it's good for you right now. You know what I'm saying? Always challenge yourself. Now, if he don't turn the program around, if he don't turn Colorado around, then we might have another discussion. We might have a whole nother discussion if he don't turn that program around, because that's what's expected of him. That's why they paid him. You know what I'm saying? But I believe Deion Sanders, just who he was as a player, who he is as a man, he'll turn that program around. He'll turn that program around. So shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Deion Sanders. I'm getting notifications. Shout out to Deion Sanders and everything, man. Shout out Jackson State. Shout out Colorado. Shout out to Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I mean? We just took that W. We've been winning some games lately. I wish we could have did this earlier, but let's keep the momentum going, and you never know what'll happen. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. Like I said, we're able to go live right now because of y'all. If it wasn't for y'all tuning into the page, I wouldn't have enough subscriptions. I wouldn't have enough watch time or views to go live. So I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. Man, we up out this thing, man. We up out. It's the Talking Grove channel, Coach Shig, you dig? We got somebody trying to dial in right now on my phone that's stopping us, but that's all right. So shout out to y'all, man. It's the kid, Coach Shig, you dig? We out.